If you want to take back control over your communications, I think there's no better way to do that than hosting your own XMPP server using Prosody. And that is exactly what I will show you in this video. I will show you how I set it up on Alpine, but the process is pretty much the same on any other GNU Linux or Linux distro. So I have written up my steps, so it really is super simple. First, you need to install it. You need to install Prosody, and if you want to use an SQLite database, which I recommend, you also need to install the bindings, the Lua bindings for that. On Alpine, that's Lua DBI. That is the package, and Prosody is the normal package. Then you need to edit your config, and I will show you how I've edited mine in a second. So, and that is just a very basic configuration I have. Then this step is kind of particular to Alpine now, or rather OpenRC, because you need to edit I found the normal Alpine package. So this one right here doesn't come with a working init file, so I needed to edit that, but I'll show you in a second. Then you need to get certificates and import them. This is this step right here, this Prosody CTL. You need to expose your ports, and then you just need to start the service and be done. So yeah, super simple. Let me actually, let's just start by showing the config. So I have an Emacs, a ediff buffer pulled up right here. So this on the left is the normal distribution config. So if you just follow the steps I've outlined here, so you install Alpine on, you install Prosody on Alpine, you will get this configuration right here, and this one is my edited one. All right, let's go through it. So you normally want to add your user as an administrator, of course. Here, this whole block is about modules. So Prosody is a very minimal piece of software. It works by having everything in modules. So, and these are just again like the normal default modules which get added, which is a lot. Yeah, I've just removed the invite modules. I don't know why these are here. If anyone can register anyways on your server because of this register module. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, yeah, I've added announce and groups. Groups is probably not necessary. I don't know why I added that. But announce is to send announcement. I don't know, I want to try that out. Alright, allow registration, true. I don't know if that is actually needed still, but I needed it on an older installation I had, so I just added it. But maybe this is not necessary. Alright, oh, by the way, I just noticed we don't have Lua mode on here. Alright. Storage, yeah, so I use an SQLite database storage. I don't know, I just kind of like that more. I think that's better than having everything on disk. So we set it up, and again you need the Lua-DBI package on Alpine for that. Alright, logs. I want to put logs into like separate files and not have everything in syslog, because that gets kind of annoying, I found, especially for debugging, which I'll show in a second. Alright, so this is for hosts. This is where you will actually add your hosts, so your domains. By default, it has a local host, but this is kind of, you don't need that if you add some yourself. So I added my normal domain as a virtual host. Then I also set up conferences, so this is for multi-user chat, so this is for groups. But this is not the same as, so this has nothing to do with the groups module I showed earlier. This is not really necessary. So groups are called MUC, so multi-user chat in XMPP. And yeah, just add that component with a subdomain conference dot. Yeah. Then you need to enable that. Oh no, this is for the MOOC messages archive. So this is so the multi-user chat messages can be stored in an archive and then retrieved later. And then you just, yeah, so this is for file sharing. So this is also probably something you always want to have. Yeah, so I do with the share dot subdomain as in the example, and I also added a little example here for increasing the max file size, because by default it's like 16 megabytes. So yeah, but I haven't enabled that, but I needed that on another server I had, so I thought I'd just put it in here if you need to have that. Yeah, and I think that's already it. Yeah. Again, you can go through this yourself and look at what you need or what you want and what not. But I think these default modules are pretty good. It's basically everything you would want to have. Like you have a roster, so you can store contacts. You have, of course, TLS. Okay, obviously you have block lists, bookmarks, carbons, so you can keep your different clients in sync and so on and so forth. Like it's pretty much all there. Yeah. All right. So that's for the config. Next up, oh yeah, yeah. So this is not really needed if you install it on like Debian. I think on Debian it works fine. At least in the past it has for me. But on Alpine I needed to add this, and that is in the init file for Prosody. So if I go in here, everything is fine and well and all that. I mean, it even checks the paths for the correct correct owners, so for correct user and group, which is Prosody, but it doesn't anywhere specify like what user should run the program, so it runs it as root, which is not really that good. So so this gave me an error. Let me see, var log. Oh yeah, and this was the point where I thought, okay, I don't want to have all the logs in like syslog because I can't find anything there. So yeah, yeah, right here. So blah blah blah. Danger, Prosody doesn't need to be run as root, so don't do it. And then it just kind of errors out. Yeah. So this was kind of this was the error I got, and again this line is how I fixed it. So just add this line here and you're good to go. All right. So next up, you need to get certificates. So Prosody doesn't get certificates by itself because, well, it's a minimal server. It doesn't do certificate installation or registration or any of that. So you need to either have like certbot or you need to use Caddy, which is how I do certificates nowadays. So what I did is I just added these subdomains to my Caddy file and have them redirect to my normal website. And this will get TLS certificates for conference and the shared subdomain. Yeah. And I also do the same with my email server, but that's yeah, not really relevant for XMPP. All right, and then you import them with the path. So you run prosodyctl root cert import and then the path where it can find the certificates. So if I do that, it will tell me import certificates and keys for all these hosts. So these three are needed. All right, yeah, then you need to expose your ports, and these are the ones you need to expose. Let's just grab Lua. So these three. So this one right here, this and this. This is, I think, a control port or something because it's only exposed on localhost. And these are for IPv6. So yeah, just expose those and then just start it with rc service prosody start. And of course it tells me it has already been started. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you are good to go. So you can just register a user and connect with that user and like send messages and whatnot. So for example, I have not this, but this. Yeah. So I have pulled up 2 instances of Profanity, which is an terminal XMPP client, and I'll make a video on that and on maybe another client, which I want to kind of showcase. So on right here, I have 2 different users. Or 2 different accounts rather. So I have my normal user, so nick ad, and then I have like kind of reversed kin ad, and these have a chat with each other. So we can now write something and respond. Yeah. So I hope you can. I mean, yeah. So it's a chat. And we can now, of course, XMPP is great because it has like end-to-end encryption, and this is not enabled right here, so it says unencrypted here. But yeah, you can of course do that. All right, so I think that's it for the server side. I hope I haven't missed anything. So yeah, that's it. I hope this was useful. Let me know if you set up your own XMPP server. Oh, by the way, of course, write me at my address. Where is it? Right here. So nick at. You can write me a message through your own server if you want to. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day.